So this is Keane from Team Sweetness here, and we have Shane Morley. What did you play today, Shane?
I played Danger Orcust. Came third place at Limerick Regional here in the Dorman Stadium. It's class. So for the list, I played 3 Nessie at standard, 1 Jackalope, don't ask.
Why did you play 1 Jackalope?
The other 2 didn't come in the post, okay?
Okay, fair enough.
3 Snack, 3 Moth, 1 Choop, I'll explain, and 1 Bigfoot. So these were meant to be the other 2 Jacks if they showed up in the post. They did not. So I had to find dangers that I thought would actually work with the list. And since more often than not you'll end up resolving a danger plus another monster to get you into your nightmare combos, you can pitch Choop for cost of Mermaid and chain it as Chainlink 2 to get a res as well as your Orcust Nightmare. And then Bigfoot was primarily because you can pitch it in the Thunder Dragon matchup and help you out one of their negates without having to commit anything to your board.
Yeah, against the Thunder Dragon danger.
Yeah, so that way you can just play around having to deal with multiple negates.
And the big attack is nice as well.
He's a pretty big boy, like, you know, he's got heft. Then...
He's big feet.
Oh man, you know what they say about guys with big feet?
Big socks.
Yeah. Then for the Orcust lineup, it's fairly standard from what people have been playing primarily in other lists, most because you don't really need more. The list doesn't call for it because you just combo them all off the Mermaid.
Yeah.
The only card that I wish I didn't draw as often today, even though they all cycle, is Wand. I drew it 7 times throughout the entire event and I nearly cried.
That's very unfortunate.
But Wand is really good because he's a DDR. This is a foolish burial. You only play 2 because you don't want to draw it.
Yeah.
And you need it to be able to resolve the Mermaid to get the full combo.
Would you consider playing 1 instead?
I would consider playing 1 if there wasn't enough utility when you're cycling cards like Symbol and Harpower, because Symbol works like a Monster Reborn, so you can constantly keep rezzing your Galatea from grave and have a free link 2 to keep link climbing. And then Harp can summon any Orcust from your deck, so if you hard draw this or this, you still have another option to summon from deck. So it's just so you have the consistent option of being able to use every card in the combo. It also helps in the...
I saw a deck today, it was the same deck, it was playing 2 of the level 3 guy.
Yeah, it's a really good card, but the problem is I believe it's a hard once per turn, which is the only problem. That's why I don't...
Aren't they all?
Yeah, they're all hard once per turns. It's the only reason I wouldn't play more than 1 Symbol. It's because I can't keep using Symbol, and I can recycle them off Galatea without having to set, because the set isn't a mandatory part of the effect. We played 1 Grepher. I never used it. It worked. Oh wait, no, I did. In last round, I summoned Grepher, pitched, I think it was pitch Nightmare, send Destrudo, and proceed to game. Triple Denko, I summoned it 6 times. Every time I summoned Denko, I won game. Because they can't. Once you summon the Denko, they just can't do anything, and you kill them from every other 2-card combo.
I'm guessing no one dropped Veiler against you.
No.
Okay.
Or impermanence. It was great.
Well, I suppose if they have cards in the field, they wouldn't be able to permanence.
I played 5 Kaiju. All of them were awful except this one because it's a banish target. So I wish these were Raiden because he's dark and I can banish him for White Dragon. But other than that, they were actually really good. And most of the time, whenever I resolved the Kaiju, it just gave me free damage.
Why do you play a big attack Kaiju?
It's because you can ram into it with Boral Sword and kill over other cards to ensure more damage. Mostly as well, it's in case when you're playing into the Crusadia Guard Dragon matchup, you can drop this in the zone Saryuja points to, it gains 300, and you can smack over their Gamma Seal with like 4 counters. It's actually pretty legit, and in theory it can come up, and you can do the same with the Dark Kaiju when he comes up, because he's 28. So if they don't summon the Gamma Seal to a zone that the Saryuja points to, you can just beat over it. And that just outs about, what, 3 or 4 of their negates? 3 Phantasmal, I resolved him about 6 times today. I love this card because when you're comboing off against most of the other decks like Thunder Dragon, you just sit on the Phantasma and it's like, I mean, you can negate whatever, but I'm gonna make you drop both of them. Because I'm gonna pop the first one anyway, so I'm threatening a card and I've pitched a danger. So, also he's a dragon, so you can use him to summon Destrudo from deck.
Fair enough.
Mare. I don't need to explain Mermer.
How many times did you draw Mermer?
7. And I Seconds Light him back every single time. It was great. Except the one time...
Spoilers.
Except
We know you're playing Seconds Light now.
Except that one time in last round where I drew him and had no way to put him back, because it actually leads into this. I drew every single one of these plus Mermer in my starting hand game 1 of final round, and I couldn't stop crying. But mostly you play the light because the entirety of your deck, bar like 6 cards, is dark, and you only play the one dark because you don't get to resolve the search again that turn. But it's also because you don't have that many light targets in the deck besides Denko Seka, and you don't want that leading
Yeah, so
field.
like you don't want to see this, but you want to see these, basically.
You always want to see this because it's just a free extender. 3 Destrudo.
Good card.
Because opening it's good, sending it's good, it doesn't matter.
One card, Ball Sword with Yazzie.
Yeah. That happened every time I made Mermer and put him back, so I just kept killing people. 3 Seconds Light in Super because they look amazing in Super. That's the only reason I play Seconds Light, I swear.
Fair enough.
Also because
Making your deck around the card you like to play.
Yeah, it's also because you don't need any other spells because the dangers just give you so much utility. Like, Mothman gives you Dig, Nessie gives you Search, Bigfoot
Having
gives you Pop.
like 10 upstarts is pretty nice.
Yeah. In my case, I think it was 12 or 13. Yeah, the extra deck there. I played 1 Ball Savage. I made this 4 times, and every time it played around something stupid. Like at one point, I can't remember what it was. It was some janky play, and I was just there. I want to play around something stupid. So I'm just gonna make Ball Savage to 100% confirm game. Because off of any 2-card combo in the deck, it results in Boral Sword plus 70, Boral Sword and 77 damage. Yazzie, it's the only 2 Synchros I play, and Yazzie's unreal. Yazzie is just an amazing card. Redoer, I side deck the entire...
Did your Yazzie ever get ogred?
Nope. It wouldn't matter anyway.
No, but it misses timing if it's ogred.
It's fine, because the thing is you can still kill them because you're forcing out more and more resources.
Fair enough.
Time Thief Redoer, I don't really think he needs explaining.
Did he ever get ogred?
Nope.
Okay.
I haven't been ogred once today. In fact, I don't think I got hand
I
trapped.
guess you didn't play against me.
No, not at all. Link Karibo for Mermer. At the start of the day, I was debating between playing Phantom Skyblaster in the main for normal summon because he's a 1-card combo into Boral Sword. But that would mean I wouldn't be able to play Link Karibo, and it would actually make Mermer and the full combo worse. So it was kind of suboptimal in my eyes because I already played 4 normal summons in the deck, if you include Grepper. And I don't think that there's a need to keep going up in that because you're just playing bricks.
Yeah, but you get more bricks, like.
Yeah. Galatea, she's really good in the grind game because you can keep cycling back the Foolish Burial, the summon from deck, and since you can keep banishing the...
That's why you only play 1 of each of the Orcust guys.
Because you can keep cycling them as well, and you can cycle the Monster Reborn by putting him back in the deck, because Orcust Nightmare, if you draw it, it gives you recursion for next turn when it's engraved, because you keep the other one, and you put back Symbol, and then you banish Symbol, and you just bring back Galatea for free.
Fair enough.
Then just a Nightmare engine. It's fairly standard. Like, this came up about 3 times. Never made it once. Most because every time I saw back row, I just made Denko and used it to make into Mermaid. Or I made Cerberus and popped the monster. And then there's Mermaid. She gets you into the Orcust Nightmare, and then your combo just proceeds from there. Summon Sork, she's a good card.
Not legal in Brazil, though.
No. We can fix her. Rusty for going first. I think it was last round. I got hit by a construct, and I made Azathoth in the zone that this points to, and got a free pop out of it. Decode. So what happens is you get the full combo from Rusty. You just need 1 additional extender in hand because you can summon the Silent Boots and link the Silent Boots, the extender, and the Summon Sork into Decode, and they can't Panker Tops your Time Thief Redoer then in their standby phase, or at any point even in a response. So you just get a free guarantee, and then there's just Borals and an Orchestrion, mostly because it outs the Thunder Dragon board. It's really good.
Do you not play the Ningrusu Orcust guy? Link monster?
Doesn't exist yet. Longinus? No, I hate him. It's bad.
Okay.
Side deck was Azathoth, Boots, Ancient Cloak, Rank Up, and Bardish. I keep getting Brigadine. I keep getting it wrong. I don't need to explain that.
Yeah.
Allures. When you're sighting this in, you often sight in a full draw engine because you're not able to use it with Sekka's light.
Yeah.
Because if you draw Sekka's light and you just start seeing the combo pieces, you can't
I
really
guess
do
the
anything.
allure is another reason to play Radium.
Yeah. It's another target, and I wish I did have it because the amount of times I opened Gamma Seal plus Allure was really annoying. Twin Twisters for the Altergeist matchup, same for the Red Reboot and any random rogue deck I encounter. So I don't really have to worry about them. But yeah, that's the list. If I change anything, it would mostly be Raiden and maybe play Armageddon Knight, just because the ability to freely dump Destrudo from deck is really good. Because you can just make Yazi and get free cards out of it.
Yeah. So, do you have any shoutouts before you finish?
Shoutouts to everyone who loaned me cards. That's kind of it. Shoutouts to Team Sweetness for doing the video. And shoutouts to Don Musgrave who came 7th. What a lad.
Okay.